Welcome to the righteous sphere. We separate the gray areas over here. We don't do the lying like those other places. No. We don't do no fucking lying over here. You're gonna get the truth.
He never
ain't had one of those children. We ain't did that.
He gonna get him.
He'll get them, and you got
But
to
he only gets them when it's convenient for him.
Well, then that's what you got to deal with, not us.
I'm sorry, baby. I can't.
We can't deal with that.
We can't. I'm so
We
sorry.
already got one in here. And you're not going to bring two babies in here.
I can't do it. I just, Lord, no, my heart won't allow me to do it.
I'm sick. My wife is sick. I'm getting blood transfusions.
I can't do it.
See, I don't know.
I'm telling you.
But he'll get them.
He'll get the kid.
Can you tell them their daddy not here because they don't understand they can't.
Well, you're going to have to deal with your kid.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, but I can't.
You can't do us like this.
I can't.
You can't do us
Wait
like
on
this.
Justin. He'll
You
get
wait
him.
on JD, and JD will get his kid.
This is ghetto. I feel like I'm a teen mom or something. Like he need his own transportation.
Look. Well, then
He'll
you have him get transportation in. I can't
do that.
I can't do it.
Okay, I gotta go.
All right.
Tell them daddy's not here.
Bye, baby.
Bye. Can you tell them their daddy not?
Daddy get you. Daddy come get you. I'll make sure he come get you. And he'll carry you to his house. Hey, kid. All right, bye-bye.
Okay, we gotta go.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Let me tell you something. We about to go stupid. 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 This shit we be on stupid. This shit I'm blowing on stupid fruity. If it ain't DR, she right Gucci stupid. I'm Louis stupid. All about my check and I go stupid.
Lord, they blood loud like he Putin. Nigga thugged out like he Putin. Ain't a coot nigga, can't scoop me. I hear the hate loud, call it rootin'. Dodo bird, a real extra bitch. Speeding around in a dumb whip. Push start, banana split. Dior bag, hold an extra clip. Cuff a rap nigga, extra drip. Then stack with him, extra flips. Slaughter water, real loony bitch. Purse Gucci, no Dooney bitch. Pussy talk, no rumor ish. On the whole head like a tumor sick. Shots fired, I don't miss. I'm the definition of a real bitch.
We on stupid. This shit I'm blowing on stupid fruity. If it ain't DR, she right Gucci stupid. I'm Louis stupid. All about my check and I go stupid. I'm in a two-seat on my cup till no hangovers on me. I was gonna try to buy you new phone with we in the Range Rover, no heat. Take out my can't wait next year. Roll that loud, I'ma cover my ear. I'm too hot, so don't come near. If it ain't on me right here. I got a house pride, got pills on my drive license. We're broke way too long, main reason all of be spinning. Took it out last year, now back up. Both on your main, now she stuck. I don't do favors and don't trust luck. I'm pulling up if it's by the bug. This shit we be on stupid. This shit I'm blowing on stupid fruity. If it ain't DR, she right Gucci stupid. I'm Louis stupid. All about my check and I go stupid.
Okay. We back in the classroom, guys. It's PM school on a Friday. It's raining over here. It's cold out here in New York, guys. Salute to everybody. Salute to my good bread. Salute to my sisters with sense. But we back with another one. Entitled Mom is out of jail now. You know, she probably was a thief. She probably stole something. Hopefully that's all she did. But she out of jail now and she want her baby son now. She want her son back. You know what I mean? And tonight, guys, we're gonna really see that these kids, everybody use these kids. These kids is used. The government use these kids. These mothers use these kids. And sometimes even fathers use these kids. But everybody use these kids for their own gain, bro. A lot of us, yo. I know we love our mama, you know what I mean? Love our mama. We never let her go. And I love my mama too. And you should love your mama. But a lot of us was born for survival, out of a means for survival for her. You know what I mean? She wasn't getting no cash flow, didn't have no knowledge to get the cash flowing. So we were born. And through us, she got some cash flowing. So, you know what I mean? Part of becoming a man, part of becoming a woman, part of maturing, becoming a mature man or woman is understanding things like that. Don't hide things like that. Don't suppress things like that. Cause then you doomed to fail. Understand? You know what I mean? Everybody used kids. As a kid, you were used. You were used to cater to your mom's flesh. You was used if you had a daddy to cater to your dad's flesh. I'm a daddy. Sometimes I make decisions, or not even decisions. If my daughter asks me a question, I'd give her some advice that caters to my flesh. Like, you know what I mean? I catch myself though. I know not to do it more often. You know what I mean? Now that I got the knowledge, I don't do it. Like, you know what I mean? So I would never have her move to be closer to me, but don't have nothing for her type stuff. But those are ways that you as a child may have been used. I know I had one guy tell me one night, "Now my mom's is all I got. That's the only person I trust." Yeah, she set it up that way. Sometimes parents set these things up that way. You were too little to understand it. You were too little to see the resources stripped from you. And now you're an adult and you look around, you have nothing but her smiling at you like, "Come here, my baby." Yeah, that's nasty work, bro. That's nasty work. You know what I mean? But just let's get on into it, guys. Woman on woman right here. This is grandma on moms. Grandma, and people that like helping, right? It's okay to help. And God say you should help. But learn how to give people their stuff back. All right? Give people their stuff back. Don't help too much to where you start to control. Because it's funny that our government is designed to where a woman with a child gets rewarded. Why can't they get his kid to the father? This is sometimes why the mother be so quick to make decisions for your baby mother. I told y'all, some of y'all in a relationship with two women, you just only sleep with one. But you best believe her mother all up in the tea. And this is why the mothers be all up in the tea, all up in y'all tea. Now, as a grandma, you wouldn't have to raise your grandchild if you didn't spoil your child. You see, when you don't spoil your kids, then you end up having to raise your grandkids. So any way you put it, it's a reflection of you, grandma. So don't clutch on to her child. Give her back her child. She doomed to fail anyway, because you raised her. See how that worked? But we're about to witness the generational curse. You know what I mean? This is what the woman is responsible for. The man don't have nothing to do with this. The man don't have nothing to do with this. The man is responsible for the generational wealth. If the man don't have that generational wealth, then he ain't gonna be able to meek inherit the earth. He and his kid, his meek ain't gonna inherit shit. All right. So the man task is different from the woman task. I know we live in a society that try to make everybody the same and make everybody equal. And woman is the man and man is the woman and it's okay. And it's not. We have totally two different tasks. All right. So y'all need to focus on y'all's, ladies, and we gonna focus on ours. But let's watch these two modern women, because all the grandmother is an older modern woman. And I'm not even going to call this lady a mother. She's a modern woman. Let's watch them fight over this kid. But it ain't over the kid. This is why I tell you, they don't care about these kids. They try to make, and they'll fight me down. Only 20% of women in the world, in the Great American Crayon Box, you know what I mean? Only 20% of those colors, crayons, are capable of being a moms, are born to be a moms. The rest of these women learning on the fly. 60% of them could make it or break it, and then it's 20% of them that should not even touch a baby. They should take their womb out. They should take they should tie their tubes automatically. Like when they little girls, they should just tie their tubes. Let's watch this. Let's watch this fight. Let's watch this cat fight over the property, because that's all kids is in the Black community. They property and means for survival for the mother, because a man don't gotta take care of a woman until she play dumb with his cum. It's funny that it work like that though, right? Ain't that funny, right? They don't have light bill, gas, electric, rent, and all of this stuff paid. They don't have that, and they never could give you an answer of how does this stuff get taken care of before this baby come on the earth, right? Because the rent been due, the rent been, you know what I mean, the rent man been collecting, and miss me with the, oh, we got to get a bigger house when we have a baby, so that's why we gotta. No. How are you paying your rent? How are you paying your rent before you had this baby? How are you paying your gas and electric before you had this baby? You can't answer that. You can't answer that. And that right there is why you should not have babies. You shouldn't bust it wide open, or you should require men to wear protection until you are able to pay some bills on your own and not have to rely on the man, right? You see how that works? Likewise, fellas, it says be fruitful and bear seeds. Be fruitful mean have some money, have your stuff together before you go planting seeds and before you go transferring power and transferring the wealth. You know what I mean? Keep in mind, guys, the first custody battle ever written was between two women. Yes, sir. You know how I do. I keep it real. So let's remove the gray area. We can go to our basic instructions before leaving Earth. King Solomon. You know what I mean? King Solomon, guys. Yes, sir. The first custody battle wasn't between no man and no woman. It was between two women. It always been evil. They always been evil when it came to these kids. Y'all remember that's how we found out Solomon's wisdom. Remember when he said he threatened to just split the baby in half, and then the good woman, the real good woman, the woman who baby it was, said, "Yo, just give her the baby," while the evil woman sat there and was like, "Just split it in half, split it in half." That's real talk right there, guys. That's real talk. So y'all go look that up. The first fraternity battle, first custody case in biblical times was not between no man and a woman. It was between two prostitutes. And put that by God. But let's get into this.
Her child support say she don't get income. She been working a job for 20 something years. Why does she need anything from anybody? Why?
It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
He's 6.
Okay. All right. Well, most 6-year-old boys are pretty busy this time. And how about other is he involved in any other activities besides going to school?
No, sir. He is, because he's so distracted. I tried to do him in Loop, but Loop said they couldn't handle his attention thing, how he act. They couldn't handle that, so we had to stop the Loop thing. So it's just.
All right, guys, that's the grandma speaking. I know that it looks weird because the grandmas look like the mothers look like the teachers look like the prostitutes, and it's so on and so on and so on. But this is the grandma talking.
It's really
What is the Loop?
The Loop program is at the school.
Oh, okay.
It's at the school. Yeah, we tried that, and they gave me like the longest note, like they can't handle like his disability. So I took him out of that. He's not really into sports. So he likes to draw. He likes to be like on computers and stuff like that. So he has, I got him a new tablet so he can do like some more learning activities and help with his sentences and his words. So we're working on that. But other than that, he's doing well in school. It's just he has attention. He gets distracted, and his help. He needs like a personal type of help.
Yeah, and the IEP should help with that because that'll qualify him, if needed, for a classroom aide, who can kind of redirect him and refocus him. And I'd go with the doctor's recommendation on, medication, if that's what's recommended. Sometimes a low dose of one of the Ritalin or Adderall, can be the right thing to help out, just during that time when, he needs the most help staying focused. Because my dad was a career teacher, and he always said, the system's just not set up for boys who learn, by doing and experiencing more so than sitting in class. And it's really hard at his age just to sit still and do the work that's needed, even though he obviously smart enough to learn. So okay, good. Anything else medically, dentally going on with him that I ought to know about?
No, he done got all the little teeth removed, so he's a little snag of tooth right now.
Okay. He had a bunch of them pulled out. Did he have cavities or something?
No, it was the two front ones. Remember when the two front ones that I always had the problem with?
And you spot on as always, TC. And that's why grandma don't want to give the property back to the mother. And that's why I said, y'all learn how to give people their shit back. It's okay to help, but people deserve their stuff back at some point. Because what are you doing it for? Help is help. Are you helping or are you controlling? Now, I mean, it's a thin line between help, because help can lead to control. And that's a problem. That's mental health issues that you need to go see about. But this is what happened when you get so used to the money coming in and you get the root of all evil. You get used to that money coming in and you set your lifestyle to this money, and now you want to keep that money, but it's not your money. It's a child life. That child need to be with his moms. You had your chance to raise her, and you didn't raise her good. That's why you're sitting here raising your grandchild, but you want to get paid to do that. You want to get paid to fuck up twice. And they are paid to fuck up twice. These women are career fuck ups, bro.
One of them came out, but the other one, when I was taking him to the dentist, it was loose. So as they was cleaning his teeth and doing all that, they just pulled it right on out.
Got it. So he's got a big gap up front right now.
Yes.
A spitting gap, as I think I used to call it when I was a kid. So, all right, very good. And from your perspective, how are the exchanges and parenting time going with mom at this point?
It is the worst. It is the worst. And
welcome to the club. Welcome to the club. Because when we go to exchange, because the dads, we always got to fight hard for some shit that'll take two to make, they say. They throw it in our face that it take two to make this baby, and then we got to fight so hard. So welcome to the club, grandma.
Like I was letting your secretary know back in August when we had the meeting on my birthday. Before then, she sent me a message stating that, because I guess when child support sent the paperwork, I got a big it was a big problem. I'm like, it's not me pressing this stuff on you. I don't need nothing from you. But she made it like I'm trying to put child support on her, and it kind of blew up. And I guess when he came to check her home, it wasn't up to standard. So she just feel like she don't have to do these things. She's not.
All right, so let me read that up there. It goes, it's the state. Wait, hold on. Can't see that.
To pay child support, and she actually has sent me a message talking about y'all could just have him. I'm about to pack his room up. I said, well, if that's the case,
hold on. Let me try to read that for you.
Like she don't have to do these.
It says it's the state. They want to be reimbursed for health care, and that's how they do it. Unsurprisingly, being asked for money will often trigger non-custodial parents to all of a sudden to rethink things. You see how that work, guys? You see how that work?
These things, she's not finna pay child support, and she actually has sent me a message talking about y'all could just have him. I'm about to pack his room up. I said, well, if that's the case, Quayla, I gave her some time. I'm like, well, if that's the case, let them know when we have court August 26th. She didn't do that. Actually, I don't think she'd even show. She didn't even do that. So I just let it go. I never pressed her about it. I never stressed it about it. You know what I'm saying? Because she goes through that. Okay, and then here comes September.
Give thanks for amazing deal.
Keep in mind, yo, peep the generational curse. They both got a bonnet. They both looking stupid live on camera, yo. You know what I mean? Even though it's virtual court, like what happened? What happened to your fancy? Like still you gotta tickle your fancy. You still gotta dress to impress. Like what's wrong with them? They both sitting there looking dumb. Like it's just nasty, yo. Community nasty. Culture just wrong. Be just all wrong, y'all. All wrong.
September, she really wasn't getting them on the weekend at all. When I was letting her get them during the weekday, you know, it was like her weekends was done. She didn't have to do the weekend, you know, and then it became to where she'll get them whenever she feel like it. No, I don't call and press her. No, I didn't call and be like, are you coming to get him? Because I felt like she know what she has to do. And then the last time I picked him up, her gas was off. And that was in September. And then here it is, November, she's still staying at other people's houses and stuff. No, come October, she's still staying at she was staying at one of somebody I know. She was staying with them, her and her boyfriend. And so,
ma'am, look at the mother up there in the square up top laughing like, it ain't funny, ma'am. It ain't funny. Grandma, still give her back her property. She gonna fail like how you fell, but give her back her property. But sis, it ain't nothing funny, yo. Ain't nothing funny, bro.
Oh, here it is. I was letting her take him to school and stuff once again because she had just got out of jail because I ain't seen her for a while. She ain't called. She ain't do nothing. I ain't seen her for a while. And I guess she had just got out of jail because she had a case with the boyfriend's baby mama and whatever that is, I'm not quite sure. But she had a case where she had just got out of jail. She called me and she said, I want to get my son. No problem. I don't never give her no problems. And so one day I asked her, I'm like, can you bring him home early? Because he was sick. He was sick for like a whole week, just like he's sick now because he don't like to keep his coat zipped up and stuff. And so I asked her, he had a lot of homework to do. I'm like, well, can you bring him home early? You know, so he can, you know, try to finish up on his work. So she has him call me like 7:30, 8 o'clock. Nana, can I stay? She has him call me. And I'm like, no, you need to come home. You got stuff to do.
And that's 7:38 at night or in the morning?
At night.
Okay.
Just like 7:30 at night. Now, I normally have him like in the tub and stuff about 8 o'clock in bed by 9. He didn't get there till close to 9 o'clock. So, okay. And I just text her, I asked you not to bring him home late. So the next day I get this long text message like I'm trying to control her. I'm trying to bully this and this. And I could have took him to school and I could have helped him with his homework. I don't let her help him with his homework because.
And that's, again, imagine you being a slave owner and another slave owner, your former slave owner, tell you what to do with your slave. How, like, imagine that. Picture that. Picture that, guys, because this is how they use it, that the kids is property to them. You hear this property battle. They disguise it in this modern world as custody. But that shit property to them. It's a property battle going on, guys. And this is why they alienate the father, because in our society they award the mother title. The mother, whether that's mother, grandmother, mother, it doesn't matter. Mother, the woman, they award the woman the rights, the property rights over these kids.
The fact that, I don't know if she was joking around or what, but she like, yeah, I don't be knowing how to do some of the stuff, so I'll just give him the answer. That's not how that's supposed to work. You know, you're supposed to at least try to teach him and try to have him do it on his own. So I didn't let her help him with the homework. Then here come Halloween. Every holiday she has him. Every year they take him trick-or-treat. Okay, I just want to take him trick-or-treating this one time. And that went so far north. Now her mama don't call me at all. Her mama not blocked. Her mom don't nobody call to come and get him. But the second she gets an attitude, I got everybody and their mama coming through my phone, threatening me, talking this, doing that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, wait a minute, where is y'all at any other time? Where y'all at the good times? Y'all always want to come in at the bad times. You know, and it was like, then her sister texts me, can he go trick-or-treating with his cousins? He haven't seen them. And then that's not my fault that he hasn't seen him. He goes with his mom. You know, then I got her mama texting me, you stupid bitch. And excuse my friend, I'm sorry. It's just like I'm everything under the sun. You know what I'm saying? All because I want to take him trick-or-treating.
Oh, so this is the father's mother, guys. This is the father's mom.
One time, you get him every year. You get him on his birthday. You get him on a holiday. You get him when you want to.
And to clarify, it's not Miss Miller Bird who's asking to take him trick-or-treating, but Miss Miller Bird's sister with his cousins.
She asked, but prior to that, I let her know. I said, that was when she got out of jail. And she came and got him. I said, Quayla, what y'all want to do for Halloween? Because he do have like a little trick-or-treating date. It's this little girl, my daughter's friend. Her daughter's name is Nova. He love him some Nova. he really likes going over to play with her and everything, you know. So they
got that child grooming shit, yo. They got that child grooming shit we be talking about, yo.
They had a plan to go trick-or-treating, you know, and like some years you go trick-or-treating more than once, you know. You know, so I didn't really know how this was gonna go, but I asked her, I said, Quayla, what are y'all plans on doing? Because he do have like a little trick-or-treating date. You know what I'm saying? This is way before Halloween. And she like, I'm not sure. She said, just let me know what day you gonna take him. I'm like, okay, fine. So here comes the date. Then it's, you're depriving me. She on Facebook. I'm depriving her from seeing her son, and it's a sad ass H that won't let nobody take their son to trick. I'm like, wait a minute. We talked about this already. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what is going on? And then I'ma whoop yo and wait till I see you pull up. She talking crazy all the whole time. She at somebody else's house. She ain't even at home. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, why you not even at home? Is your gas on? Do you got a job? You want me to just bring me my son? Just bring me my son for what, Quayla? You're not even at home. You can't even be at home.
Yep. Okay.
Then her mom.
Yeah, so I see things have kind of come to a head recently, particularly with the Halloween thing. Did he ever wind up getting a chance to go with Nova, or did that come apart?
No, he didn't even get to go with Nova. Nova ended up being sick. So I'm like, okay. After all of that, then I'm like, I'm not finna, you know, okay, I'll just do it. And we went trick-or-treating. He had a ball. He was a cowboy.
Fly in the coop, but I need some more. Your antics make me bored, cause I just came around to say hello.
Well, that's the most important part, that he got some candy anyways, and feels like he accomplished the Halloween tradition. So, okay. All right. Well, anything else you want to tell me, Miss Riley, before I switch to Miss Miller Bird?
Yeah, well, I mean, you already know about the paperwork. I just need to know where she resides so I can get this paperwork to her. You know what I'm saying? It's just I'm sick of all these threats. Everybody want to threaten me because I want to do because of one thing. Oh, because you have him all the time. You have him all the time. Okay, and so do you. I'm just tired of it's like when she don't have her way. I don't hear from nobody in her family until she don't have her way. It ain't like nobody can't come and get him. Nobody can. Clearly.
That's a fact, yo. And now that I know the dynamics, I want to take back what I said about you raising her, because you didn't even raise this monkey. You raised the son who's not there. You know what I mean? So that there you go. Either way you put it, you still a hell of a mother. Because while you doing your son task, where is your son at, man? Where is your son at? But that's besides the point. Give her back her kid, man. Trust me. Give her back her kid. Let her have her kid. They want you to do the hard part, and then they swoop in and do the fun stuff and the fun part. Then give them back when they tired and don't want to be a mother and don't want to front for social media. Give it back to you. And then when you build the kid up and have him looking nice, they swoop on in. Man, give the kid back. Give the kid back.
You're not blocked on my phone because you can send me all these crazy messages and all these threats, and when I get him, you're not gonna get him. And man, I am very much so sick of it, Judge. It's like to the point where I can't. We back to that point where if we come in contact, that I feel like I want to fight her.
Yeah. And when you're doing the exchanges right now, are those still occurring at the police department, or have you worked those out somewhere else?
We had work. She was picking them up from my house, Judge.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, if we have to go back to, that old way of doing things, was that better back then when the exchanges were more structured at the police department?
Not at all, because hell, I got threats from her sister talking about how she gonna bust me in my face. The mama got everybody. It was always conflict when this time come. But when we're not conflicting, then I don't hear from nobody.
Got it.
That's a fact. And Leon, you already know this is what we do over here. We address the stuff that need to be addressed. We address the stuff that is common, the stuff that they want to bury so far in the cat box and act like it's not prevalent, it's not there, and it's there. This is what happens. This is what go down. This is what go down in the hood right here. They fighting over the property, yo. Nasty work. Know what I mean? Yeah, don't do it. And grandma, don't do it. Don't give them what they looking for, because they ignorant. They lack so much information, and the ignorant, dumb ones, all they can do is fight. All they want to do is fight. They hide that pain and that hurt in trying to hurt other people. So don't do it. It ain't worth it. Give her back a kid. Give her back a kid, yo.
And and we got more holidays coming up, so we might have more of the same issues, because right now my order doesn't specify anything about holidays. I think it just goes on the day-to-day. But we got to figure out a plan to cover these holidays that are upcoming. So.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Miss Riley. Let me swear in Miss Miller-Bird, and I'll hear her side of the story. Miss Miller-Bird, if you'd please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm that your testimony today will be the truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
All right. And Miss Miller-Bird, what's happening from your perspective right now?
Okay, so everything was going good, you know what I'm saying? Everything always, like once we got cool and all that stuff and was able to do the mutual agreements for the visits and stuff like that, and nobody was beefing and it wasn't fiery no more, I was able to come to her house and pick him up and stuff like that. She was able to come to my house and get him, all that stuff. You get what I'm saying? I was able to take him to school. I was able to pick him up from school. She didn't care about them weekends. We wasn't even doing the order how you had it no more. I pick him up when I want to pick him up, and I drop him off when I want to drop him off.
Okay.
Like,
Well,
he
and I got a
actually-
question. Were you going to his school? I mean, like parent-teacher conferences and stuff like that?
She don't tell me when none of the parent-teacher conferences is. She will not put me on the thing. She will not put me on the list. She do not let me know nothing. She just comes to me and be like, "Oh, conferences was today, but I forgot to tell you." But this
You just got out of jail.
Girl,
Well, yeah,
why is she able to interrupt me? And I ain't say nothing when she was talking.
Yeah. Well, let me just take Miss Millibird's testimony first, and I'll give you a chance to talk, Miss Riley. So, yeah, I mean, is there any way you should be able to get on the list at school for email notifications and stuff?
No, I'm not on no list. She keeps saying that. I sent her my email and stuff. She keeps saying she don't got it. She forgot to give it to them. This and that and the third. Soon as she get less, I'm gonna just put it on the floor. We don't need to do this guardianship no more, Joseph Rossi. I'm sorry, Judge Rossi. I'm sorry. I tried so hard to do it the way you wanted it, to get along with this lady and everything, but she's evil. She's spiteful. She doesn't want anything good for nobody but for herself. Do you get what I'm saying? Basically, all I'm saying is this. I tried to be cordial with her. I don't argue.
And I guarantee you she absolutely right. But I guarantee you this, that lady on the bottom of the screen is better off with the baby than the lady on the top. But that don't mean what the lady just said on the top is not right. This is why I love these modern woman on modern woman battles, because the truth gonna be told. Both ways, remember, both ways. We see it from every perspective. Guys, remember, we got the skybox view perspective. So we can see we see everything. We see what we want to see and what we want to focus on, but we also can see what everybody else is focusing on too. That's what I'm talking about. We got the skybox perspective. We can see it from perspectives. Yeah. Both of them sitting there with that stupid looking bonnet on their head, yo.
You with her, I don't say nothing to her. It's already problem enough that I'm sitting up here being a mother to a child from somebody else's home. It hurts already enough that she's been with her for almost 2 years. I didn't get to send him off for his first day of school. I don't get to go to nothing.
For the whole week. You sent
Oh
him
my
off
God.
the first week.
Hang on,
Don't
Miss
lie.
Riley. I'm going to give you a chance.
You please mute her.
Let Miss Millibird testify first. All right.
Mazda of New Rochelle's new state-of-the-art facility is now open, and we've made it easy for you to get.
Yeah, well, and let me backtrack a little bit here. Because I'm not here to review or to, you haven't moved to terminate the guardianship.
Yes, I did. I filed a motion. I'm not doing this anymore.
Have you filed a motion currently that's in front of me, or was that the past one?
No, it's a new one. I just filed and I just got the court date for it. I can't do this anymore. She's not doing this for the better of him. She's not doing this for nobody but herself. Every time she get mad, she texts my phone and talk about how I'm not gonna get him anymore. That's what she just did. She lies and tells lies. I will show it. If I can show him right now, I will show it. She does this all the time, bro. She think that she gonna play a pawn with a baby. He's 6 years old.
Is she not sitting up here in court calling the judge, bro? Is she not sitting there in court losing control of her emotions? This is why I say it is imperative, ladies, sisters with sense, that you gain control of your emotions, that you get this emotional intelligence work. You learn your triggers. First, address some things. Address the things that would trigger you with the things that have been done to you in the past. Address those things so that you're no longer triggered when those things come up. You know what I mean? Address those things.
Well, hang on. Let me just pause you a second here. If we're gonna go through your motion to terminate again, then it's gonna involve the usual. It's gonna be a home study. That they're gonna have to come and inspect your residence. I'll order that.
I'm just here to say this.
It'll be clean for the moment.
Man, can I talk? She stop interrupting me. That is rude. I have not said nothing when this lady is talking. She's way older than me. Why does she keep cutting me off?
All right, she's muted now, so she shouldn't be interrupted any longer. Go ahead and continue, Ms. Millibird.
Okay, so basically all I'm saying is this. Like, I understand that when we first started this guardianship, you felt like I wasn't the best at the time. But I have switched it around a lot. You probably don't know that because you don't know me and you ain't in my life, and she don't know me and she's not around me. But
right. Ma'am, The thing with you modern women is y'all don't understand. Y'all gonna get the respect that you do. You gonna get the credit that you're due based off what it is that you're due. All right, not what you try to tell us. And we done sat here for about a good 20 minutes and seen you are not stable. Ma'am, you are in no way, shape, or form would I give you this kid, bro. Is you dumb? Even if I ain't giving her the kid, I'm not giving you this kid, ma'am.
I have a job now. I part-time. I clean my cousin's building. I don't drink anymore. I got off my probation. They terminated it. It's over. That case that she brought up and said that I got into with my boyfriend's baby mama, it was false. They threw it out, and that's why I got my probation terminated. I'm not on no probation or nothing anymore. I am a free woman, and I'm doing good. I got my license. She just needs to stop trying to put me down. All this stuff that you told me to do, I did. I'm changing for my son, and he can come home now. He don't have to be with her anymore. He don't need her anymore. She just doing all this stuff to get money, bro. Like she calling people trying to get money from me. I don't understand why her child support say she don't get income. She been working a job for 20-something years. Why does she need anything from anybody? Why?
Well, I mean, obviously, raising the child in this case does.
Okay, but I help her. I help with the clothes. I help with all that stuff. I might not give my stuff to her because it's my house, so I keep my stuff over here and she keep her stuff over there. But
woo, how sweet it is. Don't it sound good to hear it coming from them? And wait, she got the baby, but you don't got the baby. So you got to give her your money because she got the baby. Now, you don't like when that trick is being used on you, though. You don't like when they don't like that. They don't like that. They don't like that. She got the baby. She got the property. You know how the game go. Whoever got the property get the check. This is why y'all cling to the property. This is why y'all don't believe in equal parenting time. Y'all want the property. Win, lose, or draw. Y'all want it attached. Woo. How sweet it is.
I buy my son everything. I can show you my son's room right now. I don't care what Travis said about my house. I can show you my house right now. And I didn't expect to be showing y'all my house at all. I don't have to lie about none of this stuff. A person just try to get, when she was going to court and coming to see you and everything was okay, she had nothing bad to say about me. But as soon as we're not getting along, now my gas off, I ain't this, I ain't that, I ain't this, I don't need my son, all this weird stuff that I'm not with anymore. My baby is a baby. He cries to me every time he sees me because he wants to stay with his mom.
Was your gas off, Miss Milford?
Yes, it was off. My gas was off, and you guess what? It was right back on.
Okay, so you're good now. You got heat for the winter. That's good. Well,
like, I don't understand. Why is it a big deal for my gas to be off? We are human. Sometimes things happen.
It's a whole different thing,
exactly.
Right?
What was her reasoning for saying that? She's doing all this to be spiteful. I just want you to see that. Like, ain't no reason for us to keep trying to reinstate this guardianship. She don't want me to have my baby. She's trying to keep him from me. She's trying to ruin.
Yo, we gonna need King Ahab to gain control over his court. Boy, it sounded like he drunk. This old man sounded like he drunk. Is that Biden? Biden. Is that you, Biden? What the hell? Get control over this court, bro. She just gain control over your court, sir.
I don't know what she got going on. Why would you go sign my son up for an IEP? He's 6 years old, trying to get him on medication. He's 6. I just told her when she was living in my house, I didn't want him on no medication. Now all of a sudden you got him for an IEP and you about to get him on some medication. Why? So you can get an SSI check? Why?
Well,
I mean, trying to use him for income. Mind you, she got mad at me last year because I claimed him on my taxes, and she thinks she owns him. She does not own him. She tried to get mad and say, "Oh."
Yo, they unloading the cat box right now, guys. Gang. You see how these modern women do each other? They're unloading the cat box of the community right there. You see it, Scott, right? Brothers, you see? I'm playing that part back. This is what they do. This is why they don't believe in equal parenting time. And then while the father got the kid, they go see about themselves. This is why they got to cling to all these excuses and turn them into reasons to have the baby attached to their hip.
Weird stuff that I'm not with anymore. My baby is a baby. He cries to me every time he sees me because he wants to stay with his mom.
Was your gas off, Miss Miller?
Yes, it was off. My gas was off, and you guess what? It was right back on.
Okay, so you're good now. You got heat for the winter. That's good. Well,
like, I don't understand. Why is it a big deal for my gas to be off? We are human. Sometimes things happen.
It's a whole different thing,
exactly.
Right?
What was her reasoning for saying that? She's doing all this to be spiteful. I just want you to see that. Like, ain't no reason for us to keep trying to reinstate this guardianship. She don't want me to have my baby. She's trying to keep him from me. She's trying to ruin. I don't know what she got going on. Why would you go sign my son up for an IEP? He's 6 years old, trying to get him on medication. He's 6. I just told her when she was living in my house, I didn't want him on no medication. Now all of a sudden you got him for an IEP and you about to get him on some medication. Why? So you can get an SSI check? Why?
Well,
they trying to use him for income. Mind you, she got mad at me last year because I claimed him on my taxes, and she thinks she owns him. She does not own him. She tried to get mad and say, oh, well, since you're not doing it my way and you're not listening to me and you're not bowing down, oh, you ain't seeing him no more. You ain't getting him no more. She do all this fake stuff when we get on court. She was just on Facebook talking about me too. And she's 40-something years old. She was on Facebook talking about how I ain't got my son. That's why she got my baby. I'm not getting my son back. I don't want him. I don't love him. I'm not getting him back.
And she not capping, Judge. You see it now. The old lady doing it right now. You know what I mean? And she's supposed to be teaching this young lady up. She's supposed to be showing this young lady a better way. This is a hot mess right here, boy. She's just as bad as as this girl, the little girl. And so you know what kind of kid she raised. You know her son. You know where her son at. Her son ain't nowhere but in jail. You know her son in jail, y'all.
Do everything for him just for tax money. This lady is evil. I'm tired of dealing with her. I'm tired of I'm sorry for yelling. I'm so sorry for yelling, Judge Rocha. I'm not yelling at you, but I'm just frustrated with the situation. I'm tired of dealing with her. I'm getting too old for this stuff. I already got one of my kids took and they gone forever. I'm not getting them back. I'm not seeing him no more. I don't know what he looked like. It hurts. I'm not trying to do that with my son.
Ma'am, are you dumb? Are you dumb? This lady dumb, yo. Why would you say that? Why?
I'm trying to be better for my son. I only got one left. That's all I got. Give my baby back, please. He don't want to be with her. He tells me every time when he come over here, he don't want to live with her no more. Every time. He don't even have no room over there. He's 6 years old. Why is he still sleeping in the bed with you? Why?
As an older adult, I didn't want to spend all my time binge watching television. So I said, let me go back to school. I have a son who actually also graduated from the Purdue Global Program. He did it. I'm like, oh, I can do it too. I'm the most proud that I was able to accomplish a goal that I set in place for myself. This is my comeback.
He have a whole bed over here.
Well, I can say, our 5, soon to be 6-year-old daughter crawls in beside my wife. She said she gets cold every now and then and does it. That's not unusual.
And I get that. Nothing wrong with that.
Let me just speak to kind of lay out the lay of the land here. You know, the way things, I see them going with the guardianship. And I'll tell you what I'm not going to do is I won't terminate it today, kind of on a whim. I called this hearing because I had heard from Miss Riley, that there was conflict going on regarding parenting times, and things had kind of hit a low point, and and if you've already filed to terminate the guardianship, then we'll conduct the home study and the hearing and all the things that we did before. And I can tell you my expectations, are going to be more or less the same. The home study will involve a visit to your place and a determination whether it's appropriate or not, evaluation of your work and your income situation to see if those things are sustainable. How about going to counseling and doing those things, Ms. Willibert? Are you still engaged with that?
Yeah, I still go to counseling and stuff like that, but I really haven't been I really haven't been dealing with anything. Like, I really been doing really good. Even though my sister just passed away September 8th, and I have been really doing good. Honestly, I have been doing good with everything. I've been dealing with my emotions pretty well. I haven't been lashing out too much.
Man, you a whole liar. We just saw you, man. And you sitting there, we know you lying because you scratching. When black women with bonnets on start scratching, itching around the collar area, they lying, bro. They lying. That itch is them fishing for the lie. That's that scratch. They're scratching the surface for the fucking lie, bro.
Doing really good. Even though my sister just passed away September 8th, and I have been really doing good. Honestly, I have been doing good with everything. I've been dealing with my emotions pretty well. I haven't been lashing out too much or crashing out too much. I told you I don't drink anymore. So, like, that's a big help in a lot of the stuff. I've been eating different. Oh, yeah, and I meant to tell you also, when she was saying that I wasn't able to get my child, I do have something going on with my stomach. I don't know what it is. It's a gastrology problem. I got a appointment on December 4th. It had caused me to be very sick and lose a lot of weight. I told her that. I told her that I was sick and I wasn't going to be able to get him. It was for a long time, too, that I didn't expect it to be as long as it was, but it was for a long time. It's just funny to me how every time when we cool, everything is good. It's okay for me to, do what I'm doing. If I got sick, it's okay. Everything's okay. But as soon as she don't like when I'm speaking up about my child, everything's a problem. Now she coming and she got so much bad to say about me, and now I'm this, and now I'm that. I don't have nothing bad to say about her. All I need to say is that she is evil and she just wants to keep my baby away from me. There's no reason why she should be raising my son. There's no reason why. I have nothing.
Ma'am, you're an alcoholic, ma'am, and that's why you had that stomach virus right there. You had that that gas shit right there. You're a pure alcoholic, bro. Word up, you probably pop pills and all of that shit, yo. You can already tell, man. Go get some help. You need to go you need to stretch out on somebody's couch, man. You got Medicaid, it's free with Medicaid, yo. Just book you an appointment, man. Go ahead and do that.
Nothing is wrong with me. I'm not hurt. I'm not impaired. I'm not nothing. There's no reason why she should be raising my child anymore. She needs to come home. I'm doing fine.
And that's what I'll evaluate when I look at your application to terminate the guardianship. And I'll also look at the home study, the information there on that. But none of that's going to happen quickly. It takes 30 days to schedule and complete a home study. So we're looking at minimum of already, and of course we got the holidays to deal with here in terms of people's schedules and stuff. So we're looking at minimum late December, first of next year, before I have a hearing on your request to terminate the guardianship. I guess what I'm hearing here is that, we had a pretty structured way of doing exchanges and certain days and things like that because, and I mean, of course, there are, the good thing about informality is it allows, both of you to adjust to your respective schedules. And, if child is sick, then you can make an adjustment. If one of you is sick, you can make an adjustment and work around that. The hard thing about it is something comes up like Halloween and there's kind of mutual misunderstanding as to who's going where and who's going to trick or treat, then people get angry at each other. And I can imagine I guess from Miss Riley's perspective, she's not only hearing from you, but it sounds like, your family members, et cetera, weigh in directly to her on it. And of course they don't have, they're backing you up or whatever, but they're legal sense, they don't have any, standing or ability to change the situation. They just kind of fan the flames and make it worse. So,
right.
I would, if we could, because it seems like when the two of you communicate well, you're able to, work things out pretty well. It's just when we get extra communications going there. And I'll tell you one option is we can do is I could limit the communications between the two of you. There's a program called Our Family Wizard, and it's run by the court. It's basically a text or email type program where you can exchange information about the child, but it's also monitored by the court. So if there's extra stuff on there, or, one person cussing the other person out or whatever, then I get a report of it as well. And, I take it into consideration when I make my decisions regarding placement of the child. So, that's one option. What are your thoughts about doing something like more formal like that? I'll hear from you first, since I've got you, Miss Miller-Bird.
Yeah, this is Michigan right here, state of Michigan.
I think that we need no monitored thing. I just feel like I don't need to talk to her no more. Listen, I have a whole son's dad. I have talked to my baby daddy all the time. I can talk to my baby daddy. I ask my baby daddy to let me see the baby all the time. He tells her that I want to see him. And you know what she do to him? She get an attitude at him, and she put him out because he choosing my side too hard. He choosing my side. He on my side. I don't know what's wrong with her.
There you go. Behind every hell of a son is a bonnet wearing hell of a mother, guys. I told y'all. See, this why they don't like me, because I don't play man or woman. I play truth. I removed the gray area. I'ma call it out. The whole boards. You could be right sometimes, and you could be right sometimes, and you probably wrong sometimes, and you probably wrong sometimes, and I'ma call it all the way out. Yeah.
I don't got time for this. Every time I shouldn't have to go through something like this. I'm his mom. Every time you get mad, you shouldn't be able to say, oh, you're not seeing him anymore. You can't do that. That's not fair. Just like this weekend and the weekend before that, I wrote her and I wrote him. And I asked for my baby. She played wild goose chase with me so that I couldn't find him, so that I couldn't come get him, knowing that I could get the order and bring the police to her house and make her give me to him. So she made sure that he wasn't at home, so I couldn't come pick him up. She'd make sure that he's not at home so I can come get my own baby, just so she can violate the order. She keep violating the order. The whole point of her bringing this stuff to court, she's the reason why we here. Remember? She's the reason why we here. She brought us all here today. She wanted guardianship of Jaylon. She wanted this. This is what she wanted. I never told her she could have my son. Mind you, we're here because of her. But every time things don't go her way, she doesn't follow your order. But she brought us all here today.
Yeah, well, and it's because there's been this conflict now. When you say the wild goose chase, is that based on your communications directly?
No, I will call her. I will write her. I will show you. I wish I could pull up messages at court. I will show you messages of me saying, are you going to let me get my son this weekend? I don't care about me and her not being cool. That don't make the agreement over because me and her not cool. That don't have nothing to do with my child. That don't have nothing to do with the agreement. That don't have nothing to do with it. You should be old enough and grown enough to know that it doesn't have nothing to do with it. You should be old enough and grown enough to understand that you should not be trying to deprive a mother of time and memories with her child. You should not be doing that when nobody did that with you and your kids.
And you're saying that goes directly between you and Miss Riley, or is that going through?
Before I write my kid's dad, I will write her and ask her on my own. She won't write me back, or she won't answer the message. She blocked me on my phone so that I can't text her no more. But I wrote her off my boyfriend's phone. And then she didn't answer the message or open it or say nothing. So I had my baby daddy call her. I'm sorry to call him at my father, the father of my kids, call her and ask her. He said, every time I say something to him about getting my baby, he say, I can't say nothing to her about it. She's gonna get mad at me. She's gonna argue with me. She's gonna cuss me out. It's not gonna be a walk in the park if you get him. Why? When I'm supposed to be getting him Friday through Sunday. She knows that.
My God, that's your baby. That is your baby, sir. How's you negotiating with your mother for your responsibility? Did your mother hold your pee-pee and stick it in that fish hole? Bruh, what's going on? Like,
Did you have that affair with that Jezebel before or after we ate?
Seriously?
Fish rot from the head down.
From the head down, y'all. From the head down. Guys, come on, man.
She knows that. It's still clearly stated in the order.
And you're able to take him.
Send me another order over my email so that I could be able to pick up my son this weekend, tomorrow, because I'm not gonna keep doing this with her. I'm not gonna keep I missed a whole Halloween with my baby. It's not a big deal. Halloween is not a big deal. You know what I'm saying? But when your kid is living in somebody else's house, holidays are important to me. I got him a gingerbread house to do for Halloween, cookies to decorate, a pumpkin.
She talking holidays. Holidays is important to you? Ma'am, how about you go get your mental right so that every day can be important to the kid? Because holidays, if holidays is the only time you gonna keep that kid safe and out of harm's way, then nah, man. Nah, leave that kid where you at. Leave that kid where you at, and you just come visit him on holidays, man. That's the thing with you holiday moms and you weekend moms. You know what I mean? Yeah, cool with that, with the fun on, because y'all get to give it back. But whenever y'all get to keep it and it's y'all 24/7, y'all fold. Y'all fold under that pressure.
And all that, a costume, everything, just for this lady to say no. And then I'm gonna tell you another thing. Just since she's trying to act like she's so holy and she's just such a good lady and she's just, oh my gosh, somebody's just threatening her. My mom is the one who's nice. My mom is the one who's trying to be the good grandmother. My mom wrote her nicely. My mom never called her no stupid B word while she lying. My mom don't even talk to her like that. My mom don't even talk like that. My mom ain't did nothing but try to be nice to that lady. That lady is evil. She told my mama she don't want her picking my son up from her house because she don't like her and she don't want her around her because she chose my side when she told my mama that I had a seizure at the hospital. She is evil. Like I said, she thinks she can tell people what to do. She thinks she's gonna tell my mama she can't see her own grandson. That's not in the order. You're not gonna tell nobody who they can and can't see. That's not in the order. You're not gonna tell nobody nothing. I'm tired of her. But the important part, though, just if I can pause you, is that I mean the order is for you to have parenting time now. If you want, it is. But I don't see why my mom. I didn't make my mom write this. I didn't make my mama write her or nothing. My mom is the one who really wanted my son on Halloween. She really wanted him. I'm not making her do nothing. She really wanted her grandson. I'm just saying, like, she should be able to see him. Why is it a problem for her to be able to see him? You know what I'm saying? She's just as much a part of the family too. She helps. She buys coats. She buys clothes. She buys shoes. She does everything just like she does. Why can't she be involved?
Yeah, no, and the thing is I'm not saying at all that your mom shouldn't or can't be involved, but it's all ultimately got to flow through you.
That's
you're the
cool.
one that, right?
I'm okay with all of that. My mom just tried to talk to her herself because I'm not cool with her right now. So my mom tried to be an adult about it. Talera don't like my mama and tried to fight my mama in a corner store. Talera is a mess. I'm tired of her acting like she's so good.
Discover your Honda at Paragon Honda. Plus, at Paragon Honda, we offer 24/7 free pickup and delivery for all your sales and services.
All right. Well, I mean, the thing is, you know, and of course, I don't see the day-to-day between the families. And
no, you don't. And I'm trying to keep the peace because I don't want you to take my baby and put him in foster care. But I'm trying to tell you, like, I can't do this anymore. Yeah. I'm going to end up getting in trouble with her because I don't like her. I don't like her. Like, I don't want to deal with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, she said that she don't, she talked about she gonna try to fight me. Like, I'm not about to be fighting you. I'm not gonna be doing none of that. I'm about to be coming to get my son and going back home. That's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm not gonna be fighting you over my baby. That's stupid. When I didn't have no baby with you, I had a baby with your son, and you took it upon yourself to step into our business because you don't know how to mind your business.
Well, but now she has been raising the child here for a couple of years and bearing all the expenses, getting him to school and all that stuff. So
she don't bear all the expenses, and she don't only take him to school. We be taking him to school too. She's a liar. We do stuff for him just as much as she do. I came over her house and we swapped out clothes. She trying to tell me.
I got to get a clear perspective about you know, how that works. And one thing I haven't done, Miss Miller-Bird, because I wanted, you know, to give you enough you know, financial space, is I haven't ordered, you know, there are provisions in guardianship orders where sometimes, you know, you're ordered to pay a certain amount of money towards the child's expenses for
why though? So she can spend it on cigarettes and liquor? Like, I'm tired of this. Like, why are you making it seem like she's the better person, that she deserves something
it's not,
from me?
and you know, none of the judgments do that. They're just, you know, more or less to acknowledge that, you know, there are costs, et cetera, of raising a kid. And, you know, there are a million of them, ranging from, you know, the car seat and everything else to, you know, the extra gas to transport and all that stuff when you're doing kid events. So taking time off to go to doctors, you know, there are just things that come up and that cost money. that someone has to pay. And you know, I know you're saying you've been contributing clothes and some stuff that you keep at your place, but you know, the fact is Miss Riley's been doing that day to day. You know, at least from my perspective, because she's had the majority of the custody of the child in this case. So let me bounce back to Miss Riley and get her response on communication between the two of you. Miss Riley, I suggested that our family wizard, I've used that. You know, it's mainly used between to establish custodial parents in divorce cases. I don't know why it couldn't be used here. Would you prefer to use something like that?
Yes. Yes, I do, because it's a lot of lies that's been spoken. She took him to school the first week. She had the paperwork. She put her email on everything. She knows she was on all the paperwork while she was sitting here trying to lie. I remember.
Then why they still don't email?
Are you talking? Is you
yes,
talking?
I am.
Are you talking? Can you mute her, please? Thank you. I let her take him to school the first week. So she seen all the paperwork, what was written down, and everything. So with that being said, that's on her. She has different emails. Last email when she told me, I keep forgetting my email. I can't keep giving these people emails for her. And far as her mama, man, listen, ain't nobody blocked on my phone. I ain't blocked nobody because I need all your messages to come in. And I'm glad you said that, because I'm going to go to the library and I'm going to go and print out all the messages from the time that it started to show that the judge that I don't bother nobody. Don't nobody call me. I don't stop nobody from coming to see this boy, but don't nobody call me to come and get him or to come and pick him up until me and her is arguing. Then I got
because
all
nobody
this extra
want to talk
stuff.
to you because you're stupid.
You're talking. I thought you grew out of it. Talking and far as when he first started going to school, she only had 3 little outfits to start him in school. I sat there and went through all his clothes.
And you didn't have none.
I went through all them. How I ain't have none when I'm giving you some for him to start school? So how I ain't got none? You ain't have none.
Brother Leon, HPD stands for histrionic personality disorder. 93% of women suffer from that. 95% of women on social media suffer from that. And they're still allowed to raise kids suffering from that. You know what I mean? They can have kids while they suffer from that. And then when they don't get that fixed and they raise these kids suffering from HPD, they push ACE to the kids. And that be those adverse childhood experiences. I do not make it up. I do not pull this shit out of the sky. Y'all could look both of those terms up. Go to Google. Y'all could go get some books. I just read, guys. I remove gray area because I don't like my intelligence to be played with. So I go find information, real information. Word up. HPD. HPD. And they need to be right. It's attention. It's an attention and the need to be right without actually having information to make you really go to war and put your life on the line the way they put their life on the line trying to fight for something that's not going to yield results. And it never yield results. But they're going to continue to repeat these things and not yield results. That's insanity.
All right, we can only have one at a time, Ms. Miller.
Okay, well, can you mute her, please? Yep,
I'm trying. Go ahead, Ms. Riley.
Thank you. She came here and I went through half of his clothes and we separated it. I let her pick out what she wanted to pick out and for him to start school. She had 3 little outfits that she had for him. You know what I'm saying? And I think she got him a pair of shoes, you know, but I think she was more like jealous of the fact that I showed her all the stuff that I had. You know what I'm saying?
That's just some bullshit.
And yeah, but you had nothing. You had nothing.
All right. Well, here's what I'm going to do for today. Yeah, it's clear to me that, the communication has broken down here. I will direct the only communications are only between you and Miss Miller Bird, and they're to be on our family wizard. And that can start. I'll get you 2 instructions on either, well, I'll get them as soon as I can figure them out myself, how to get the instructions to you, how to get onto our family wizard, and I'll have you communicate only on our family wizard regarding exchanges. And those exchanges are to go between the 2 of you, and I'll return them to the Wyoming Police Department until further notice on the schedule I previously gave out. We're just going to follow that weekend schedule even up through the holidays here, even though I know Christmas falls on weird days this week and everything.
So I'm not going to get my baby on Christmas?
Well, we're going to follow the weekend schedule. If you want to modify it or something, we can set a hearing to do that. But we're just right now, we're going to follow the weekend schedule because things haven't been going good.
Damn, she's finna lose it. She's finna crash all the way out.
So we're going to just follow the schedule.
I don't understand
it. Set. Because here's the bottom line: is none of this stuff changes. We can't have a single hearing like this, and I'm getting a lot of new information, and I don't really have anything in writing yet, from either party. Of course, I don't see the texts and the electronic exchanges. If you want to print them out, both sides, you're welcome to do so and show me, what that's looked like from your perspective, so you can illustrate the conflict that's come up at the termination hearing. But for now, I'm saying, what I need to do is I need to make it more controlled. And the only way I can do that is return it to the state of the order, to when it started working anyways, when we began this process a year ago. And anyone that violates or goes against the terms of the order, either by, holding over with the child or not providing the child at the exchange point at the regular time, things like that, that'll will be a factor I'll consider as I consider the continuation of the guardianship. And the other factors will be the home study, Ms. Miller-Bird's ability to support the child financially. And, it's very likely that following that, the law allows me to put in place a court-structured guardianship where I do provide for visitation and a continuation of the guardianship, with the idea of transitioning. And there are some services I can put in place, including reunification plan, things of that nature, where services will come and try to work with both families to see if the transition is a good idea. And then second, there can be a portion in there that's a support payment that would be from Ms. Miller-Bird, to the child support, which I haven't ordered yet, but it sounds like, that you might be in more of a position now, financially at least, to make, and they're not always huge payments, but there's something to say, hey, I'm able and willing to financially contribute to this, support of the child. So those are all things I'll consider, but I'll consider them at the termination hearing when I rework this. I would highly encourage, like I say, I want the communication to be between the 2 of you. Let's keep it to our family wizard, and let's keep, dad and other grandma out of the loop on it. They can certainly be involved with baby in the off times, and when the child is near, both of you, they can have contact with those people. But the people that should be communicating are the 2 of you, because you're the 2 that are specified in the order. So we can't go through third people or things like that. And and as much as you can, I would encourage the other folks not to interfere with the communications, because when they're sending texts or Facebooks or whatever, that can interfere. It causes, like you say, you can't control your mom, and you can't always control your adult son as to what they're doing or saying. But those people, when they're communicating, can create as much of a problem as it would have as it came from your mouth. So, insofar that extra people are kind of weighing in on this, they're not really relevant to the determination. That the 2 of you are the 2 that share, the custody and care of this child. And that's where I expect the communication to be, not through another person. And, that's both, require the both of you to.
DJ Chocolate, childhood neglect. All it like they think I'm bugging, right? Because my whole channel is based on setting fire to hell of a mothers, trying to get mothers more aware of the destruction that they cause inadvertently or advertently. You know what I mean? But it all stems from the first relationship we have. And the first relationship we all have, men and women, is with our moms in her stomach. In her stomach, yo. That's the first relationship. Her moods, that's where we get our moods. All that we absorb, all of that in her stomach. Her body, her choice, bro. That shit real. That shit real power. That shit real power, yo. Know what I mean? It's our hell of a mother, bro. We get that. It's the first relationship. Remember, we read the scripture where we is enough. We were created. God fixed us how he was fixing us, how he wanted us to be in the womb. And she take it from there. After he set us and forget us, she take it from there. Everything is learned behavior. Ain't no weirdos drop from the sky, bro. Widows are created, you know what I mean? And it's that first relationship, you know what I mean? And we like to focus on the man and blame the man because that's the easy thing to do. But the man didn't give himself unprotected fish hole, and the man don't carry the baby. The man don't carry the baby, and the man is not rewarded the baby by default. Like look at all of those things right there. Like, look at all of those things right there. You know what I mean? You got to remember, guys, your dad is just your mama's boyfriend. Your dad is the dude. Your dad, your father, is the dude your mama chose to create you for survival at the time. Like, people make decisions in the season of their life. You know what I mean? That's the problem. People making decisions while they in the season and not thinking it through. You're not always gonna be in that season.
To figure out a way to communicate. I'll send out the instructions for our family wizard so I can oversee that. And like you say, we'll return to that schedule. I will revisit. We'll set a hearing sometime before the Christmas break so I can divide up some parenting time over Christmas so we can have, some sharing of time over Christmas. I'll hear both of you weigh in on that. Lisa, can I set a 1 hour hearing date between now and Christmas?
I'm sure that we can find something.
The good thing is we're not dealing with a guardianship, where guardians in Sault Ste. Marie and parents are down here in Grand Rapids, and that, it's certainly possible to do Christmas Eve and Christmas Day or some split like that. So both of you can, celebrate the holidays in your own ways that you want to. With the child here, I'll take a look at those dates as well, and we'll figure something out. And I'll determine that at a hearing and issue a supplemental order just to govern, like I say, shooting for Christmas here. But short of that, and then including this upcoming Thanksgiving weekend, I just want it to stay on a regular schedule. So, just like I said in order previously.
What we going to do about tomorrow? Because every time you say that we're supposed to get the baby and stuff like that, she don't listen. So.
All right. Well, Friday then exchange should go at the Wyoming Police Department like we did before. At the time and the
it can't be at 8 a.m. tomorrow because
he is sick.
School.
Judge, he is sick and he has a bad cold. I wouldn't request that. I mean, if anything, if he's feeling better over the weekend.
Do you see what she doing?
Yeah. What time is my order?
Okay, you want to see? You want to see? You want me to take? I want me to take him in there. You want me to go in there and show you that he is
Hang
sick?
on. Well, Miss Riley, what time do we usually exchange on the weekends? Remind me.
When times are tough.
Ears stick out to get away from your face. Well, your mama is
Hold it, wait a minute. Don't bring anyone mother into this. She ain't here. If it wasn't for your mother, you wouldn't be here. So remember, when you put down one mother, you put down mothers all over the world.
well, we would normally exchange either like if it's after school, it's gonna have to be like it was 8 in the morning Friday, but that was when he was out of school.
Yeah.
But then now it is what was it, 5 o'clock? 5 o'clock, and she has to bring him back by 7 Sunday.
Yeah, let's resume that 5 p.m. to 7 Sunday. I'm hoping he's feeling better by 5 p.m. tomorrow. You'll have to make the decision on it. But my feeling is even if he's a little under the weather, got a cold or whatever, Miss Miller-Bird can get him medicine, keep him on clear liquids, do all that stuff.
Okay.
She might be at risk of getting sick herself, but I guess that's the risk that parents take when you're raising kids and they come home with stuff from school. So let's go back to that regular exchange. But yeah, let's make it at 5 p.m. tomorrow because of the school. He needs to get to school and home, back to you so you can get him over to the exchange point.
Okay, can you also let her know, no, she's not taking him to school on Monday, so should be Sunday at 7?
Yep, should be returned Sunday at 7 per my orders.
I just want to say something too. Judge Rossi, I just want to know, what do you want from me? Like, I'm doing everything that you asked me to do. Why do you want my son to be with her so bad?
Yeah, no, it's not that. I just want him.
She crashed out. She's nasty about to take it out on the judge. No, let's watch the judge be a punk. Let's watch the judge be a punk because she sensed weakness in this judge. This judge can't wait to get a drink, boy. You can see it in his lips. He got the liquor lips for real, for real.
Back to you so you can get him over to the exchange point.
Okay, can you also let her know, no, she's not taking him to school on Monday, so should be Sunday at 7?
Yep, should be returned Sunday at 7 per my orders.
I just want to say something too. Judge Rossi, I just want to know, what do you want from me? Like, I'm doing everything that you asked me to do. Why do you want my son to be with her so bad?
Yeah, no, it's not that. I just want him to be.
Okay, but she's not doing anything that's right, though. She's steady just making things.
I'm taking care of him. I'm taking care of him.
Let me tell you what I look at. That's a fair question. Judge, what do you evaluate? And, I'll tell you what I evaluate is the child getting to doctor's appointments? Does he get to school every day on time? Does he get that? I think that.
No, he missed so much school and he don't get to doctor's appointments.
Well, if you want to bring attendance reports and things like that to show me that it's not what I think it is, but, at least in my mind, he's getting to school every day. He's in first grade. She's communicating with the teachers enough, Miss Riley is, to know that, he's got an attention issue in the classroom and they're doing these steps. And IEP's fine. The IEP doesn't require medication. It just gets him extra help.
Okay, but why is she trying to get him on medication when I'm not okay with that? I'm his mom.
Well,
I'm not trying to get him on medication. That's what they request in the paperwork.
And the school request.
Yo, and the judge sitting here chilling because he know whatever they raising finna be in another section, making another check for somebody else. If not him, for one of his boys. They know that whatever they raising finna be in another part of them courts. Soon. Real soon, too.
But, the thing is, at the end of the day, if we want to talk about that at the next hearing, we can have a conversation about the medication. Let's see if the doctor. I defer to the doctor.
Can you get her tested?
No, so we have to, I defer to the doctors on medication usually. But a lot of kids are on medication. I used to be very anti-medication. That's not the case anymore. I do think that.
I bet that's not the case anymore because you see the money in it. And these kids, the medication ain't medicating nothing. The math is mathing, but the medication ain't medicating.
Appropriately prescribed medication can be very helpful for kids in some circumstances. And IEP is not just medication, though. It's also, sometimes they give the kid bouncy ball to sit on, or they can have those fidget spinners to play with, when they're in the regular class. Those are just accommodations they make for the kid so he can participate in the regular program. And those are great accommodations to have available. And the IEP tells the school they have to do it. So, it's really to his benefit to have the IEP. No, it's not like the other kids know he's got it or anything. He's not in a different
I don't care about him having an IEP. I care about her giving him medication. I don't want to give him nothing.
Well, nothing that I want to do. But if it's going to help him in school, if that's what they require, a mild dosage, I don't want to do it neither. But if it'll help him get better in school and focus in school, that's what he needs. That's your problem.
Here's what I'll do on medication, Miss Riley. Let's get the doctor's recommendation, because you said he's got an appointment already. Let's get the doctor's recommendation on appointment on medication, and then during our next hearing, I'll hear both sides on medication and make a decision whether we want to begin him on.
Am I able to get a lawyer?
Tension meds. Yep, you absolutely are.
Yes, because I'm tired of this. I can't do this no more. It just seemed like everything is getting.
You can afford a lawyer, but you can't afford your child. Your child stuff. That's crazy. You can afford a lawyer.
Pause and certainly right, both sides are entitled to representation, and if you can't afford to hire a lawyer, you can try. We'll advise Legal Aid of West Michigan does provide representation in guardianship matters sometimes, and obviously they can't represent the both of you. I'd encourage both of you to reach out to Legal Aid of West Michigan, and then there are some other advocacy groups out there that provide lawyers at no charge, as well as the ability to go out and to pay a lawyer and to hire them. A lawyer's helpful because they give you, they work with the judges all the time, so they know a little bit about what the file looks like and the material I'm looking at every day. And also they can kind of be a go-between for scheduling hearings and things of that nature. The downside of the lawyers is if you're paying them, they're very expensive. So, that it is an option for either side or either of you to hire private counsel, as we come up to the hearing, or like I say, to get a lawyer at no charge. I can't appoint lawyers on this matter because it's not a case that's not a child welfare case that qualifies for appointment. However, you can go to legal aid and obtain a lawyer that way if you don't have the money to pay for a private lawyer. So, and I think that would be in both sides' interest. Talk to a lawyer so you can kind of define what your goals are in the legal proceeding here. And I can tell you my goals are twofold. One, the state of Michigan says, birth parents should in general be able to parent their children.
Y'all is wrong, yo. Y'all can't even let that one slide. I think he meant arraignment. Like, you know what I mean? He said arraignment. Yeah, is yo, man. Yo, hold on. What we gonna do? Y'all is wrong, man.
There's people walking around out here that are soulless avatars simply operating on matrix programming. They're living, but they're not alive. And they're all around us. They're all over the place. People that have never woken up to who they truly actually are. They simply are operating on the code that they've been programmed and given since they were born, since they were even in the womb and at gestation. The same code, just running on programming, never exceeding the programming, never reprogramming the programming, never editing it, never hacking themselves, just running on the pure code and living a complete lie, believing that they're alive, but they're not.
However, the state of Michigan also says, Judge, when you make any decision about the placement of a child, your very first thing that you have to take into consideration is the best interest of the child. And my view is the best interest of every child is to have a stable home environment. And that's just, basically what it sounds like, a roof over their head, warm place to sleep at night, a clean set of clothing to get into in the morning, and 3 meals a day. And then also attendance, at the age of the child here, attendance in school, and making sure, he's at school every day when he's supposed to be, and also getting extra help if needed in school on a regular basis. That becomes really important with school age kids. So those are the facts.
I ain't gonna say nothing about mom and dad. The mom and dad. That mom and dad. Like that's all that matters. All that extra shit you just said, mom and dad first. That's the fabric. And unbelievable, bro.
Factors, and then of course the medical records and stuff like dental appointments and things of that nature. Those are the sort of things that I look at to see, is the child, are the child's needs being attended
But
to?
they're not, because she sits there and she tries to hold the baby hostage from his
Lies,
mom.
lies.
Well, the thing is right. Here's the thing: is there's personal conflict there, but I do hear that Miss Riley, for example, got him to the dental appointment and got his teeth taken care of. Well, that's really important for any kid, just to get regular dental appointments and make sure, if a tooth's coming in wrong, well, then they pull the tooth out and, get that stuff. I just had
my teeth will fall out too if nobody brush my teeth. My teeth will fall out.
Yeah,
girl, all you do is feed up candy.
No. It's, and the thing is
first week he got candy. Shut up, girl.
Every kid gets cavities and things like that, and you simply got to go to the dentist and get them checked up on a regular basis. So those are the things I look at when I'm evaluating his welfare. Is and those things. The other piece of that is, unlike what he says, and he's not old enough. Ms. Millibird, you mentioned that he says he wants to go with you, and I have no doubt he enjoys being with you and spends his time with you. However, for a child under 14, the child's preference is not something that I can.
Yeah, because that's the law. But I know my son, and I asked him. I don't know.
And you're
girl,
welcome
shut
to,
up.
Say it. But like I say, that really doesn't have any legal weight, right, with the court. That just, it's just not a consideration. It doesn't compare to a report from the dentist's office or something like that. That the paper speaks louder than words, I guess, in the legal sense. So that's where we are currently. Like I say, we'll address these things at a hearing. They will be addressed, but I want, in the meantime, the exchanges to go per my order and at the Wyoming Police Department, so they're in any conflict, and they should just be the two of you doing those, because it seems like when the two of you cut the other people out of the equation, you're able to work things out, over time. So I'm hoping we can get back to that here. And in the meantime, I'll do the court hearings to determine, the status of the guardianship. But I can tell you, Ms. Miller-Bird, and both of you, I'm not going to make any drastic changes right away in the guardianship or in the visitation. Now, if the visitation stops working out, then I can eliminate the visitation, but I don't think that's in anyone's interest right now. I think he does have an interest in seeing his mom. He gets to see his dad by virtue, I hope anyways, of staying with Miss Riley. And from his perspective, he's doing okay where he is now. And I'm going to evaluate and see if that's in his best interest, into the future. But like I say, just by the nature of court proceedings and my need to gather information, that's going to take some time. None of those decisions are going to be made by tomorrow, or necessarily even before Christmas or the holidays. So we're just going to have to figure out a way to make those things work out, so that things can be the best they can be, both through the holidays and going into next year and starting, the next term at school in January, et cetera. And those are my goals. Keep those things that, as from the child's perspective. I guess I'm looking at this through a 6-year-old's eyes. The benefit for him is to know, what's going to happen after school, who's going to pick him up, where he's going. Does he get a snack? Doesn't he get a snack? And then who picks him up after that, and who he gets to spend time with. Some predictability. That's really important for kids. If that ends, if it becomes unpredictable because, the parents can't provide, the people with custody can't provide that predictability, then that makes it harder to raise a kid. And that's all there is to it. So I'd ask the two of you, work it out like adults. Be as predictable as you can for the child here, because that's what benefits him. And obviously, don't badmouth the other person, and in the presence of the child, because he loves the both of you. He loves his situation. He thinks he's got a great deal going. Let him continue to think that that's a good thing, and I'll make the legal adjustments on my end that need to be made, or changes in due time. But it does take time, and in the meantime, my goal is just to keep, if you look at it from a 6-year-old's perspective, he wants the people he loves, that he can count on them, and that they're not fighting with each other in front of him. There's not conflict in front of him. So he doesn't, even if you don't love each other, which I'm not going to order or anyone else, that you have the best relationship with each other, but he has to know that at least you get along well enough so that he can make sure he gets that next snack or, Christmas gift or whatever it is, it's really important in a little guy's life. My 5-year-old this morning saw the snow outside, and she said, "Dad, it's winter." And I said, "Are you glad for winter?" She said, "Yeah, because her birthday's in February, so that means my birthday's coming." And I said, "Well, it's still a ways off, but yeah, kids look at real small things like that. They don't look at."
Yo, did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? Yo, was it a booty call in the background? Did we just see some nakedness walk in the background? Bro, did y'all see that? Get the don't get that kid. Yo, it's over. It's over. I was leaning to letting grandma keep that baby anyway. But now it's wrapped up. Now we gonna wrap. Nah, oh hell no. You gonna play that back? We gonna play that back. We gonna play that back, bro. Come on now, shorty. Come on, sis. No respect, yo. No respect, yo. That's why you got stomach. That's why you got all that stomach. You gotta stop sucking and swallowing too. Like you gotta stop that shit.
The people he loves, that he can count on them, and that they're not fighting with each other in front of him. There's not conflict in front of him. So he doesn't, even if you don't love each other, which I'm not going to order or anyone else, that you have the best relationship with each other, but he has to know that at least you get along well enough so that he can make sure he gets that next snack or, Christmas gift or whatever it is. It's really important in a little guy's life.
Man, listen, man.
You dirty bitch! Look what you've done to my peonies!
They're marigolds.
Good God, I think she's right. They are marigolds. I may not know my flowers, but I know a bitch when I see one. You dirty...
Unbelievable, bro.
My 5-year-old this morning saw the snow outside, and she said, "Dad, it's winter." And I said, "Are you glad for winter?" She said, "Yeah, because her birthday's in February, so that means my birthday's coming." And I said, "Well, it's still a ways off, but yeah, kids look at real small things like that."
There
they
you
don't
go
look.
again. And there he goes again. And no respect. How little is this room, man? How little is this fucking room, yo?
At legal papers or whatever. They just look at, did I get my snack after school? Did someone look at my thing that I made in school, my coloring or whatever, and look at that and said, "Good job," or keep it up or whatever. So let's keep it as stable as possible for the sake of the child in this case. That's what I'm shooting for. And I'll increase the hearings here so that we can get things sorted out both for the holidays and then, and respect to the guardianship in the long term. But none of that's going to happen quick. So in the short term, we're going to have to be as nice and civil as possible with each other. I know that's hard right now, but that's what I'm asking you to do. And, I'm asking it for the sake of the little guy who, like I say, he loves Nana and he loves Mom, and he'd love to think that everyone gets along well here, like it's the land of Oz. And our job as parents sometimes is to pretend like it does, even when it doesn't. So that's how I view the case. So all that being said, we're concluded for today. I'll send you both notice of the next hearing, which I can get in within the next month.
Incredible, yo. This was the wildest Zoom. I ever saw, yo. Now I know of them going on the Kendra G show while being on booty calls, but not on custody battle Zooms. How you wow, yo. Wow. And I guess that's the boyfriend. That's not the baby father. That's the boyfriend she was talking about. But again, yo, it gotta be, we gotta be about these children, man. Nobody really about these children. People using these children to cater to their flesh. And that go directly against God. Nobody is supposed to be catering to their flesh, let alone using the children to cater to their flesh. That's an abomination, guys. That's why you ain't lucky. That's why you ain't getting the blessings you looking for, you long for. That's why now you don't believe and you close your heart off and you grow the hardened heart and you don't believe nothing. It's easier to do wrong than it is to do right, guys. Just gotta reconnect with your right, bro. We got wrong in us and we got right in us. Just reconnect with the right in you, yo. Learn you, guys. You know, that's my message, man. I'm never gonna move off that message. Learn you. It's important to learn you. Learn your triggers. Learn what trigger you. You know what I mean? Address the things that trigger you. If you got some childhood trauma that you need to address those things. Because 9 times out of 10, that's where your trigger is. That's where your trigger is. If you had an abusive father or an abusive mother that yelled and screamed and got loud all of the time, when you stumble over these channels that's loud and just yelling, that's gonna trigger you. And there you go. With your one side perspective, you gonna lash out. You know what I mean? Learn you, learn you, learn you. It's okay to learn you. Slow down. Slow down. And fellas, we definitely need to slow down. The faster, the slower we go, the faster they move, bro. So slow down. Quiet more, guys. Silence. Silence is our superpower. I think this was the stream where I told y'all, no, I think that was the last stream. I told y'all the woman's superpower in their eyes and in their shut upness. That's their superpower. Our superpower, guys. You know what I mean? It's silence. Silence is golden. Silence is key. Stop reacting to everything all of the time. You know what I mean? Stop reacting to everything all of the time. Sit back, observe, watch it more, and then act accordingly. Simple, guys. You no need to get all emotional. But guys, I love y'all, and I ain't gonna drag it. You know, it's MGTOW all day. Guard your wallet. You know what I mean? Go the other way. Romans 12:2, guys. Do not conform with the ways of the world, guys. Go the other way. That's MGTOW right there. Go the other way. Find God and your purpose. Learn you. Now is better than ever. Look what's going on. Look outside, bro. I'm not telling you no lies. Take them rose glasses off. Take them rose-colored glasses off, bro, and stop playing. And look outside and see what's going on. Look at the numbers. Check some of these stats. Now is better than ever to just focus on you. Don't waste your money. Don't waste your time and attention. Remember, your attention is more priceless than your time. Time is only valuable if you spend it getting some money. You know what I mean? Time ain't valuable if you waste it. But your attention is priceless. Everybody needs your attention. Everybody needs your attention. Money is made based off your attention. Understand that. And if you going to give something your attention, make sure you get something premium back, bro. Make sure you getting wisdom, you getting knowledge, some getting money. Now make sure you getting something back. I love y'all, man. Word up. Word up. I hope y'all have a great weekend. Remember, don't waste your weekends, because we only get a few of these. We only get a few Saturday and Sundays, yo. We get way more Monday through Fridays than we get Saturday and Sundays. So don't waste your Saturdays and Sundays. That's how you gain an advantage. A lot of people take their feet off the gas on Saturdays and Sundays. Don't you be one of them. Don't you be one of them. That's how you leverage the advantage. That's what separate the rich from the poor, guys. Because when the poor think it's okay to chill, the rich is on go. Is on go, all right? Love y'all, B. See, stay up, y'all. Wrap up, strap up, drink responsibly. Do not play with your life. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Harlem, New York, put your cigarettes out and pull your panties out. Put your hands together